Now let's get over to the decks. So I'm going to work with 2 decks, and I don't know if you notice a little shift in my channel. I still do videos when I share a lot of decks, but to be honest, I am becoming more and more interested in diving in with a couple of decks, not maybe one, because it's still me, but not many decks. So the one deck that I really want to explore this month, and most probably take traveling with me, is the Fifth Element Tarot. And I have shared a lot of images of this deck on Instagram. This deck has a personal story for me. I have purchased this deck in 2010 when I went to visit my then-to-be husband in London. And we went to this shop, astrological, like tarot kind of shop in Covent Garden in London. And I remember seeing this deck and I thought, wow, this is so amazing. It has 5 elements. It has Amma in it. And I remember I was, following Amma at that time very closely. And I just loved it. So I purchased this deck, and I remember my husband bought me a Thoth deck in the green box from 2010. And so this deck has a very special place in my heart. And what's interesting, I kind of don't use this deck very often. In 2010, we were before 2012, so there was also a lot of talk of shifts and changes, etc., etc. And this deck has a little bit of, maybe I would call it new age energy, but it's deeper than that. And what's interesting now, before, from 2020 until 2030, we again in this humongous initiation, and this deck seems to be timeless. And what I kind of discovered recently, like reading descriptions of this deck and like looking through the cards, that it has a lot of multi-dimensional energies, very cosmic energies, something that we kind of really moving into.